What is going on, guys? My name is Boss. Welcome to another video. Now with the new DLC hits, let's dive straight into a battle between Empire and Bretonnia. Now I'm leading Empire this game against my opponent Bretonnia, and my opponent actually brought a very interesting list. Let's dive straight into it. So for the front line, he has got 3 peasant mobs. For the second line, foot squires all the way to the sunset, 5 of them. Now this is the maximum number of foot squires you can bring after the patch, and they're looking very nice and in a very nice formation here. 2 of them are rank 2, and the rest of them are rank 1. Third line we have peasant bowmen, 3 of them. At the back we have 2 man-arm with pole arms, and all of the both of them are rank 2. And what's really making this setup really great is this Grail Relic, because it can basically keep everybody immune to psychology and also provide a 12 increase of leadership. This is on top of the encouragement already. As you can see here, even the freaking peasant bowman has 61 leadership, which is incredible. And also, the other thing makes this setup really good is this outbreak on food. So outbreak on food is still anti-large, and he brought the heroic killing blow, and rally, foe seeker, and the spirit of tempest, which is insanely good. And I don't believe he actually brought that spell. Okay, so he didn't bring that ability. I thought he did. But anyways, I think if you bring the AoE plus anti-large bonus to everybody around you, is also very viable in this kind of setup. So anyways, so basically this blob is gonna be very effective because all of them are immune to psychology, and all of them are basically got really buffed in terms of leadership. And now for the caster, we have a damsel on foot, Law of Beast, with Summon Manticore, Flock of Doom, and Wild Heart. He even brought War of the Lady, which basically gives everybody plus 12% magic resistance, which is also very nice. At the back, we have 2 Grail Knights. Bread and butter needs no further introduction. They are pretty much one of the best cavalry units in the game. The most elite knights you can get from Bretonnia. Now, let's dive onto Empire side. Oh, don't forget here, we have 2 mounted yeomen just in melee, and they're actually Vanguard deployed. Now, just beside those Vanguard deployed mounted yeomen, I Vanguard deployed Zintra's Rex Guard. These guys are Calfran's personal guards, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. And they have relatively better stats than Empire Knights and Rex Guard counterparts, and they are very good. As a shock cavalry, they are pretty much the best you can get. Like heavy armored, heavy charge bonus, very good melee defense, very good melee attack. That's all you need. And then, speaking of cavalry, I also brought the one and only Royal Andolf Griffites. These guys were my favorite unit of all time, and since I have shied away from Empire, but this guy still has a very special place in my heart, and I love them. They need no further introduction. They're just amazing at pretty much anything. Like everything you throw them at, they're gonna do a lot of damage. Up in the air, leading the way, is Calfran's Deathclaw, with the Reckless Rune Fan, Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, Encouragement, the Hold the 9, and for my caster, I have a Light Wizard on a pony with just Net of M attack. That's it. And for my infantry, I have a lot of spears. I believe these are, there you go, one unit of spearsmen with shield, and then 5 units of spears, and I also have 1 unit of flagellants here, just hopping the edge of the forest. And finally, I have a steam tank. That's it, up in the front, trying to dish out some early damage. Now, let's see the game and how it's gonna play out. Immediately, I noticed these mounted yeomen, but keep in mind that they are super fast, so I'm not sure whether Zintra's Rex Guard can get there in time. Definitely, we're gonna kill that one poor model though. And there's a steam tank shots coming in, did a touch of damage onto them as well. I believe I'm gonna fire one more volley. There you go, completely missed everything. Alright, anyways. Now, I pushed those mounted yeomen away, and I see this infantry blob. I was like, oh, okay, I see what my opponent is up to. So now I need to target basically these Grail Knights and trying to just basically dish out as much damage as possible. There you go, that's a perfect shot, directly landed on one model. So these Grail Knights are 2 models down very early, and they are basically get away. And here I casted a net onto the mounted yeoman. I have no idea why I cast the net here. I think I just want to catch them and use my Zintra's Rex Guard to basically wipe them out, because they have been very annoying if I leave them alive. And there you go. Now I think they're gonna just completely shattered off. And here I actually made a bad decision, because I charged in steam tank into the block. And here the Zintra's actually dived onto the peasant mobs as well. And here Calfrance dived onto the peasant bowmen. I'm gonna slow things down a little bit. The reason why I want to do this was because I actually zoomed away the Grails very early into the fight, and now they are seeking to flank instead of assisting the front engagement here. And the other thing is, my infantry is in the weaker department, but my knights, my short cavalry, and my monsters can actually do a lot of damage and in terms of occupying all this infantry. So that's exactly what I'm trying to accomplish here, just to tie up those archers meanwhile advancing with my infantry. And now I believe I'm also pushing forward with my handguns as well. And here, Royal End of Grey Fires are still just waiting for the right opportunity. And also I'm advancing, involving my flank as well. Here and here. Now, in the center, peasant mobs already got pretty much routed off straight away from the damage. And here, tank is just moving up and onto these peasant bows. And now that's a big flock of doom being casted onto my Zintra's Rex Guard, which is not the ideal situation for them. And here, Grails are actually coming right on top of my steam tank. But here I popped the Reckless Room Fan, which is gonna do some hurt to them. But as you can see, Grail Knights are super good against tank. Just from the initial charge damage, the steam tank is already dropping to half health already. And Calfrance needs to be pushed out straight away. And here my Zintras are still just sticking here and fight, which is not the ideal situation. Now I think they're gonna do a lot of hurt charging at the back of those squares. This is what you want to do with your short cavalry. You need to charge around. There you go, and that's a very good engagement for me. And here Royal End of Grey Fires are basically diving in and try to get onto those archers. But now they got caught up by the peasant mobs. And here 2 spears are about to engage. Zintras pulled right through here and looking to just dive onto the Grail Knights. I think right now would be a very good opportunity for the net, but I think I stopped the charge. That's great actually. So I stop the Grail Knight's charge, and then I push in with my own spears onto the Grails, and soon I believe these guys need to get back into the engagement here. And I put my Zintrans back as well. And basically right now I'm just looking to right now on the battlefield, these mounted yeomen are coming in looking to kill my silver bullets. And here my steam tank is about to die. I casted a net here, which is not an ideal situation for me, but because I don't think I can save the steam tank either way, because Grail Knights alongside with Outbreak is super effective at killing tanks. At the back, I do have one unit of Flagelants fighting Man-Arm with Poem. This is actually their favorable matchup. And here, one unit of Foot Squads are currently fighting 2 units of Spears. And here, Royal End of Griffiths is about to get charged by those Grails. Oh, they actually changed the target at final second and counter-charge right back at those Grail Knights. And let's take the shots here. Amazing. This is the final showdown of the Royal End of Griffiths against the Grail Knights, the Knights of the Lady. And Royal End of Griffiths are actually super good anti-cavalry. They can actually wipe out entire Grail Knights unit without too much trouble. And especially with the support of the spears, which are anti-large as well, they can take out them easily. And here, this is gonna be a glorious charge from my opponent. Those Grail Knights gonna murder this handgunner unit. But Karl Franz is leading the way, and Zintrans Rexguard alongside with Karl Franz directly countercharged, and then incoming the Royal End of Griffiths completely sandwiched those Grail Knights, and now Grail Knights are having a world of trouble fighting off 2 elite cavalry alongside with Karl Franz. But they did do a big charge onto my handguns though. And now the story of the day is these handguns basically continuously firing into the peasant blob. And here up in the air, the Manticore got summoned up as well. And here these silver bullets are still firing. I believe the target is those Foot Squads. There you go. And now they got pulled back a little bit. And up in the air, a summoned Manticore is coming back in. And everybody is just basically getting retreat. And here on the battlefield, this is super tight, super close by the way. And Karl Franz is actually fighting a very favorable matchup against those Foot Squads. Karl Franz actually can deal with them quite easily. And here, there's a Manticore diving straight onto my handguns, but Royal End of Griffiths are right here. They countercharged into the beast, and the beast is about to die. And here, 2 Foot Squads alongside with the Grail Relic, and the Outbreak is actually very angrily trying to push in, but I do have a spear here to help them. And here we have a spear against help action here, but Bretonnia Man-Arm with polearms are currently winning. And here we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of infantry about to join into the fray. And that was a... what's that spell? Is that a net? There you go, a net, a single unit of Foot Squad. I have no idea why I do that. Like, it's really not worth it. And now, Royal End of Griffiths, actually these are Zintrans, about to charge straight onto these Foot Squads. Actually, that's gonna be doing a lot of damage onto them. And then they need to get pulled out straight away. And meanwhile, everything is happening. These 2 units of handguns are still just basically focusing down these Foot Squads and Outbreak. There you go. Now Foot Squads are routing. Almost routing. And here, Karl Franz still just doing the peasant bowman mopping up duty. And here, Royal End of Griffiths alongside with the Light Wizard dive straight into this full squares and basically about to send them home. There you go. Now they have no willing to fight. They got completely routed because this run out of group has actually cost Terra, which is one of the most useful trade front end. And now my opponent is just regrouping alongside here and just trying to do a one final push into the Empire handgunners, because Bretonnia infantry definitely won the day already. Now Calfrance is looking to dive in once again, and there's another summon Manticore from the Lord Beast caster, and that Manticore I think is gonna be very crucial if used correctly. And now Bretonnia is still looking very strong. Have a very nice pocket here, but these squads actually got dived down once again by the Calfrance, and now they are completely routed off. And here the Manticore is still just going in solo onto these handgunners, did a lot of damage, but again Royal Undersacrifice are once again right here at the right moment and just basically counter the beast. And that beast is about to die. Now I'm just trying to do some infantry maneuver here, trying to set up like a spaghetti line as I always like to do, and just basically open the gap and let my handgunners to shoot through the gap into the blob. That's the idea. Now here Manticore is on his way outside the map. Calfrance is once again on the peasant bowman mopping up duty, and Night Wizard actually got charged in because everything here is on foot. Nothing can actually catch him. I just realized that. And now this Nora and the Griffiths are about to dive onto these full squads, and here the silver bullets are still just completely unchallenged, just firing at will into Outbreak, and Outbreak is about to die. Like a couple more volleys, it's gonna be out there. And here there's another net casted onto the foot squads, and Royal and the Grandfather is about to just basically kill them straight away. And Outbreak, just from the shots from the handgunner shots, actually about to die. And here peasant mobs are still just giving a valiant chase to the handgunners. I think with Outbreak outside of the picture, the game is about to end quite soon. What a game! This was definitely one of the most close games I have ever played. And now Outbreak is about to get dived on by the Royal and the Griffiths, and he's about to just shatter it off, or maybe just get killed. Watch for the trebuchet. My opponent didn't bring trebuchet, you stupid Royal and the Griffith riders. There you go, Outbreak actually died. That is the end of the Trident wielder. And now everybody here is about to get shattered as well. Calfrance is still just toying with his prey. There you go, now he's seeing he's gonna just basically rout off all these guys. And this man-arms finally made into my silver bullets, but silver bullets were out of ammunition. So yeah, that's it, that's the game. And it was a very, very close game. Just a little bit background story. So this setup I brought, I actually played this kind of army against Bretonnia all the time back in game 1, and that was like 2.5 years ago. But again, it showed that the build's still viable because the idea behind the build is still the same. Both knights actually performed really well, and my front line actually absorbed a lot of punishment, but they're just there to hold Bretonnia. And also, I really like this kind of infantry focused Bretonnia list against Empire. I think that's actually the meta. That's actually the way to go. But if you guys have any other takes, feel free to let me know in the comments below, because I personally very interested in this matchup. And also, if you guys want to discuss more with me, you can join my Discord channel, and we're gonna have a lot of fun there as well. Without anything else to say, let's just end here, and Oracle signing off.